All right, think about this for a second. You walk into a room, you need to charge your phone, you look down, and there it is, the power outlet, right near the floor. It's something we see 100 times a day, but have you ever actually wondered why it's down there? It's one of those things that's so common we just totally take it for granted.
Well, that simple little design choice, it's not random. Not at all. It's actually the end result of more than 100 years of history, safety concerns, and some pretty clever engineering. And believe it or not, it wasn't always like this. Digging into why they are where they are, well, it tells this incredible story about how our homes grew up right alongside electricity. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to solve this everyday mystery. We'll look at how this whole combination of new tech and, old habits gave us the standard we see everywhere. And what's really cool is how that standard is already starting to shift again. Okay, so to figure out why power outlets went down, we have to do something kind of counterintuitive. We have to look up. Yep, to the ceiling, because when electricity first showed up in our homes, that's where everything was happening. See, back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, when electricity was this brand new, amazing thing in homes, it really only had one job: light. Nobody was thinking about charging laptops or anything like that. The power was wired directly to light fixtures, on the ceiling or maybe high up on the walls.
So, when the very first appliances started to show up, things like radios and fans, people had a problem. Where do you plug them in? And the solution was, well, it's kind of wild. They used these adapters to plug them right into a light socket. I mean, can you imagine? It sounds totally bizarre to us now, but back then, that was it. That was your only choice. Now, obviously, having a fan cord dangling from your ceiling light is not exactly the best setup. So as more and more of these gadgets came along, it became super clear that people needed a better way. They needed dedicated outlets on the walls. And that's what started this great migration of power, from way up high all the way down to the floor. And this big move, it wasn't an accident. It was actually pushed along by four big reasons, four forces that all said the same thing: go down. Let's get into what they were. First up, just plain old practicality and safety. I mean, think about those early appliances: a lamp on a side table, a radio, a fan on the floor. If the outlet is way up on the wall, you've got these super long cords dangling all over the place. That's not just ugly, it's a huge tripping hazard. So the solution was pretty simple, but brilliant. Just move the power source down closer to the things that need the power. Shorter cords, much safer room. Then you've got the construction side of things. For an electrician, it's just way, way easier and cheaper to run wires horizontally, low down inside the walls. It's much less work than running every single wire vertically up to the middle of the wall. And, as time went on, this just became standard practice, written right into the building codes. It made everything faster and more predictable. And last but not least, looks. Let's be real, a power outlet isn't a piece of art. It's functional, but not exactly something you want to feature on your wall. So by putting them down low, they're just less there. They're easier to hide behind a sofa or a bookshelf. It's all about keeping our walls looking as clean and uncluttered as possible. But of course, as you know, not every single outlet is hugging the floor. And that's where it gets interesting, because looking at the exceptions actually proves the rule. It shows that the real driver behind all of this is one simple idea: utility. It's all about putting the power where you're gonna use it. Think about it. In the kitchen, the outlets are right there above the countertop, perfect for your toaster or blender. In the bathroom, they're right by the mirror for your electric toothbrush or hairdryer. Your office? Bam, right at desk height for your computer and all your chargers. Each and every time, the outlet is placed where it's most convenient. And modern building codes have gotten even smarter about this. They have to balance all these practical needs with other important things, like accessibility, right? So people with disabilities can reach them easily. They also set minimum heights to keep them safe from, say, a small water leak or even just a wet mop. It's a real balancing act. So there you have it. That's the story of how the humble power outlet made its journey down to the floor. But that story is far from over. In fact, right now we're in the middle of the next big chapter in how we get our power. Just think about your own life. How many things do you use that need charging? Phones, tablets, laptops, and none of them are stuck sitting on a piece of furniture near the floor. We move around with our tech, and so our relationship with power has had to become way more flexible. And you guessed it, our outlets are changing to keep up. I mean, we're seeing it everywhere already, right? You've got USB-C ports built right into the wall outlets now. You can buy furniture, desks, nightstands, even couches, with charging ports built right in. And a lot of new homes are being built with outlets at different heights from the get-go. Power isn't just a thing on the wall anymore. It's becoming part of the furniture, part of the room itself. So the next time you go to plug something in, just take a second to look at that outlet. It's not just a piece of plastic. It's the result of over 100 years of thinking and problem solving. And it really makes you wonder, as our homes get smarter and our tech keeps changing, where is power going to show up next?